Next mission is Adithya L1 mission, that is getting ready at Sriharikota. Adithya L1 mission is to cover the moon and revive the sun. ISRO has announced that it will be launched on the next morning at 2 a.m. Adithya L1 is an ambitious mission. Chandrayaan-3 has been a success. It has taken the lander as a rover and rover as a lander. ISRO has shown it to the people. It has shown the world that the sun is a rover and rover is a lander. Chandrayaan-3 has been doing many achievements. Scientists have the confidence to do more, but if we say that we have achieved success and reached the top, if we want to be at the top, we have to put in a lot of effort. Adithya L1 is our ISRO scientists. No matter how fast we fly, our name, our flag will fly all over the world. What is Adithya L1? In this Adithya L1, we are going to test the sun, or we are going to study the space weather. What is space weather? Why should we study it? What good will happen to us by reviving the sun? This episode is going to answer many questions. There are two parts to this. This is the first part. Greetings to our dear world friends of Worldpedia. September 2, 11:50 am. What are we going to do? We are going to send a spacecraft named Adithya L1 to the moon. Our JSLV rocket is ready. How much budget is this Adithya L1? It is around 400 crores. Adithya L1. The name itself is good. Is L1 a musical number, or is it a version number? There are many questions. First, let us know what is the sun. We all know the sun, but the sun we see is not the real sun. There are many layers around the sun. The world of science is ready to study it. The structure of the sun, you can search the internet, you can see the layers of the sun. The outermost layer is the layer that is spread over millions of kilometers, is called corona. We can feel this corona in many ways, but we cannot see it. The next layer is the chromosphere, orange-red layer. The reason for the orange-red color in the atmosphere is this place in the sun, the chromosphere is thousands of miles in thickness. The next layer is the photosphere. Normally, when we see the sun, we can see the photosphere layer and the core inside, the area around the core is called the radiation zone, and the outermost layer is called the convection zone. So, we have only separated some of the layers in our solar system. The closest star to our Earth is the sun, is the closest star to our Earth is the sun. How many kilometers difference is there between the sun and the Earth? The distance between the sun is 150 million kilometers, is 15 crore kilometers. So, the sun is 15 crore kilometers away. So, the sun is 15 crore kilometers away when we see the sun from here. The radiation, the heat, the light is the reason for our existence, is a delusion. This delusion is what Adithya L1 is going to study. The sun is said to be 4.5 billion years old, is said to be 4.5 billion years old. In these 4.5 billion years, the solar storm and the changes that occur due to it, scientists have to study and make. The next move is the first thing. But when does this solar storm occur? What causes it? If it occurs, what kind of impact will it have on the Earth? Or, we are planning to make many tours through planets, now. When we get the information that humans have taken their feet on the moon, what kind of impacts will the solar storm and the sun have on such trips? This is the only point in our study. Okay, now if the sun is 15 crore kilometers away, if the sun is 15 crore kilometers away, then where are we going to stop this spacecraft called Adithya L1? This spacecraft called Adithya L1, if we are going to stop near the sun, we cannot go there. The sun's orbit, the core area, the central point, the heat of the sun is 15 million degrees Celsius. 1 million is 10 lox, 15 million is 1 crore, 50 lox degrees Celsius is the heat of the sun, 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point, 1 crore 50 lox degrees Celsius is the boiling point. We cannot even imagine to send such a spacecraft. There is no such technology in the present day. Okay. So you said there is a thing called photosphere, the place where we can see what will be in the weapon of that. The scientists have calculated that it will be 5,500 degrees Celsius, have calculated that. So, the photosphere, which is 5,500 degrees Celsius, what are we going to do with that photosphere? We are going to study that. As far as the sun is concerned, it is an immense energy system. Nuclear fusion is happening in it. This nuclear fusion is seen as a fusion of hydrogen and helium. So, in the same way, the time when we believed that only energy is in the sun has also captured the core. The heat of the sun is the core, the reason why our solar system is in such an alignment. If there is any problem in it, our solar system will be destroyed. The discoveries are being made by the scientists after every century. After every century there are many changes in our discoveries, but there are still many things that we do not know. So, there are still many galaxies like this. If we study this galaxy properly, we can study the next galaxies. For that we have to study the star which is near to us. Only if we study the star we can understand the changes that are happening in the next galaxies and the changes that are happening due to the next galaxies. Only if humans understand that, they can easily create an early warning system without any hindrance. If a solar storm is coming, we are sitting in the tent in the moon. If a solar storm is coming, the humans in the moon should get an early warning system that a solar storm is coming. Go home. For such scenarios we are going to use our Adithya element, sun and earth. The way the sun influences the earth is due to the radiation coming from the sun. That radiation is called heat. The heat created by the radiation is called constant flow of particles. Next is the magnetic field. All these are the things coming from the sun and affecting the earth. You said solar storm. What is that? I said constant flow of particles. This constant flow of particles from the sun is called solar wind. What is inside the solar wind? High energy protons. High energy protons is what we get through solar wind. As much as solar wind is important, solar magnetic field is also important. Solar wind is like our solar system. The solar magnetic field is also filled by our solar system. There is another important term, CME, coronal mass ejection. Sometimes we see continuous flow of particles, suddenly it goes up and down. The continuous flow of particles will be more suddenly and less suddenly. This is what they say coronal mass ejection. Explosive eruptive solar events is the coronal mass ejection. This coronal mass ejection affects our Earth and our life on Earth. What should we study? We should not study only solar wind. We should not study only solar magnetic field. We should study CME, coronal mass ejection, like this. This coronal mass ejection, solar wind, solar magnetic field, including all these things in our solar system. The changes that happen in our solar system, we call it as solar weather. If we understand this solar weather correctly, today we ask Google, will it rain tomorrow? Google will answer, today is sunny, it will not rain. So we can study the weather of Earth, but to study solar or space weather, We should study the sun's rays and all the things that I have told. We humans should study more. 150 million kilometers away is the sun. The spacecraft called Adithya L1. Where is it going to stop? To be exact, 1.5 million kilometers, that is 15 lakh km away. The distance between Earth and Sun. In the distance between Earth and Sun there is a point that is called Lagrangian point. Lagrangian point is L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. There are 5 types of Lagrangian point. In this L1 we are going to stop our spacecraft Adithya L1. Now if you understand the reason for the name L1, we are going to stop in Lagrangian point 1, that is 15 lakh km away. Why we are going to stop in this point? Because the matter of the sun and the matter of the earth will collide with each other. If we keep a neutral object in that place, it will be like a rock. We don't need much energy. That is the point in Lagrangian point. We have chosen L1 point. Okay, what are we going to do directly? Are we going to stop Adithya L1 spacecraft in Lagrangian point 1 or L1? No, we are going to stop a satellite in low Earth orbit. After that we are going to change the propulsion module for Chandrayaan-3. There was a propulsion module, from that we changed the orbit and pushed it. Similarly, Adithya 11 and the propulsion module are going to stop near L1 point. OK, Worldpedia, it seems like a miracle. How many payloads are there? 7 payloads. 4 of them are going to see the sun directly. 3 payloads are going to do scientific research. What is going to do Adithya L1? What are the results we are going to get? Let's see. Overall, what is sun? How can we understand space weather? How is Adithya L1? How is sun going to achieve? What are the plans? What are the plans for Indian scientists? You would have understood those details. Similarly, there are more details in the next part, so your opinions about this post are welcome here. If it was good, it was good. If it was superb, we can praise it for just a minute. Write your opinions for me. Share the good. You can share your thoughts. Let's create a good society. Thank you.